Hey guys, it's me, the one you know, the one who has the host with the most, the one that you already know, the reigning champ and MVP, the one that you see, the MVP of the YouTube. I am the one, the only host of the Quiet Storm, Rashid Martin of the Quiet Storm. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm so honored and blessed to be in the presence of great witnesses as yourselves. I am here today to share with you my day. Let's get into it. What I wanted to say to you guys, man, it is truly something that always want to share. Let me tell you, man, I want to talk about, friends. What is the meaning of being a true friend? Being a friend is, I never grew up with many friends. I never had many friends in school. I was in elementary school. I grew up not having a lot of people, knowing a lot of people, not having very many friends. But I realized that friends are very expensive, but it's good to have true friends and expensive friends. So for me, I didn't really have a lot of friends. I didn't make a lot of friends in elementary. I just grew up knowing my own imagination. Imagination was my big deal. I played a lot of sports in school, and playing sports was my only way of making friends. But my main goal was to play basketball. I was very active in elementary. I had a few friends, but I couldn't call them friends. When you have a friend and someone who's close to you, that's what a friend is. Someone who's close to you. They're more than a friend, they're a brother or a sister. That's what they treat you like. And I realized that just doing what I was doing, was making friends. But I realized that people only value you because of what you have and not for what you can do for them. So if you got people like that, then it's okay. Just be yourself around those people. And remember, it's not just because you're doing something less valuable. You're doing something that's of importance to them and maybe more important to you than it is to them. Now, talking less is very important because those same people were the ones that didn't talk to you the first time. But now they value you because you know what you're doing and you're doing it in the right manner. Excuse me. When you have people that see you, right, you know that you're doing something that only a true friend would understand. You're going to have maybe a true friend every 5 to 10 years. That's rare to have a true friend. Someone who really does care for you. Your best friend could be your spouse, could be your girlfriend, could be your boyfriend, could be your sister, could be whoever it may be, who you consider to be a friend. But friendship only goes to a point where that person have to value what you're doing for them. Not because you don't want to do it, because out of your heart, you know it's the right thing to do. And being a true friend is I grew up in a neighborhood where there wasn't very many kids who were my friend. I played with a lot of kids in the neighborhood. I went to elementary school, out in Los Angeles, and I grew up in Los Angeles, California. Many of you don't know that. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. But I moved and lived in Texas when I was 26 years old. As I grew up in Los Angeles, I grew up not knowing very many people. But my family was my only true friends. I value their opinion more than anybody else. I grew up as a people pleaser rather than taking care of myself and finding out who I really was. I didn't take care of myself when I was younger. As a young man, I didn't realize that taking care of yourself would mean responsibility. As I got older, I took on more responsibility than I took when I was like 26 or 27. But I went to college at 22 to 26. I went to school. Most people don't know I went to college. I went to college. I didn't get an AA degree. I was supposed to, but I had enough credits to get an AA degree. But it took me time to go try to get back into school. A good friend said, before you turn 40, get your degree before you turn 40. And you know what? I'm 2 years away from being 40. It's not bad being 40. I feel actually every day I feel younger than I did the next day. And there's nothing wrong with your age. Embrace it. If a true friend loves who you are, they will embrace you. They will signify who you are. There's nothing wrong with being the age you are. 38, 37. I got a guy at work who's a co-worker of mine. He's 37, a year younger than me. But we think the same. And he said, "Oh, you're 38." Yes, being 37 and 38 is a great age. But when I was 26, 25, I didn't understand life yet until I reached 30 through 38. Until I went to my 30s. That's when I started to develop a mindset. My development was a little later on. I was still a slow learner. It's hard for me to learn sometimes. I have to see it visually. I'm a hands, audito, visual learner. My daughter, on the other hand, I keep telling you guys, her development, she's visual auto as well. But I learned a lot through her, what it means to learn gradually. I learn very slowly. It takes me time to learn things. I have to put things together like a puzzle. I need puzzle pieces or pictures, for me to identify what it is you're saying. I'm not very good with words or on paper, learning things on paper through notes and all that. I have to create my own notes for me to understand. My development, it took me time in elementary to learn things because other kids were a little bit more advanced than I was. No one ever taught me how to go do learning things in school. I learned this all through elementary and all through junior high school and all through high school. I learned how to develop a personality and use my imagination as I got older. I'm still having that difficult time developing and understanding how my brain works. The human brain is so big, it's hard to understand all those thoughts at once. Some people already know who they are. But me, I'm still finding myself, which is a great adventure for me because I'm exploring another side to myself that I didn't realize was important. Discovering your brain is the most important thing because our body can only function in so many ways. Some people have different abilities, but I'm just discovering what abilities I have and what abilities I can't. I have weaknesses and strengths. That's very important to know. But remember, whatever weaknesses or strengths you have, work on it. It will bless you later on. All right, guys. Till next time. Let's see you on the next Quiet Storm.